Namaskar. Welcome to this presentation. Today, we will be talking about us, human beings. We are supposed to be the most evolved beings on this planet. But there is always room for improvement. So how can we become better? And what is this better? Better means we live a more fulfilling life, and we also help others to live a more fulfilling life. Other beings, maybe human beings, maybe other beings, not so developed as humans. So now, thinking about that, in our life, in our day-to-day life, usually we are either interacting with ourselves or we can be interacting with other beings. If I'm interacting with another being, it means that something that is in my mind is emanating and is coming to the other being. So it comes from my mind, and through the motor organs, let's say through my hands, through my feet, through my vocal cord, it is emanating from my psychic level or my mental level and coming out to the physical level. I need to have a good control over these emanations, over what's emanating from my mind. That may not be natural to me. I might need to do a training to train my mind to, in this art, let's say, of emanation of the psychic, let's say psycho, from the mind to the body, psychophysical emanation. So I should have some control over that. And I need to practice it. If this is something that I need to practice, I need to devise some methods of practice and some, let's say, points or some principles that will guide this practice. Means it has to be a focused practice. And fortunately, ancient yogis or some ancient yogi came up with a nice practice for that. And there are 5 areas that I need to concentrate on. And if I can concentrate on these 5 areas, I can control well the totality of my psychophysical emanation. These 5 areas, these 5 points, or we can say these 5 principles were codified in a system that is called Yama. That's a Sanskrit word. It means control. So I'm developing some control over this psychophysical emanation. So what is coming from my mind through expressing through my body and my motor organs and reaching to other beings. What is that first point or first principle or first area that I should concentrate or that I should control? So I need to control that. Anything coming from me will not cause any harm to any other being, because all beings want to live, want to thrive. And if I do anything to harm another being, there will be a consequence. There will be a consequence which could be immediately. Let's say the other being will harm me, but it could also remain for a long time in my mind until it gets out one day. So this idea that I will not harm, I will not cause any harm to any other being, that intention has to be in my mind. And that intention can express through different organs, through what I say, through what I do, through my hands or through my feet, through any of my motor organs. So that's one area that I need to work on. I need to develop some control over that. Never my intention will be of harming any being. So let's call it the number one. Number one, not to cause harm to anyone. This point in Sanskrit is called AHIM'SA. I like to let you know the Sanskrit word because you will find it in different literature, so you will know how to connect what you are listening now with what you read in the future in other books, or you hear from other teachers or anywhere. We talked about not harming. Okay, not harming is great. What about going one step further? Doing good. You see, the first one is I'm not harming anyone or any other being. But now let me make an effort to do good. And you know, human beings, we communicate so much through our words. Our thoughts come through our words, reaching other minds. So thoughts are very powerful. If I use these thoughts in a benevolent way, you know, whatever comes through me and expresses is to bring welfare to that other being. We can say that, or there are many philosophies or ideas that we should always say the truth. But let's go one step further from the truth. Let's say that if it's the truth that is coming, but sometimes the truth may harm, may not bring a benevolent idea to other people. So let's keep here truth, and let's add another ingredient to truth. So let's say I have truth, and I have the other ingredient, which is benevolence, welfare. Now I mix truth with benevolence. It becomes something like benevolent truth. So that I should use. I should, what I say should be the combination of benevolence and truth, so that what I say brings, we can use the word benefit, or brings something positive, or helps some other being to move towards fulfillment in their life. So that will be the second area that we work on. So we work on one area, which is not harming. Then we work on another area, which is benevolence and truthfulness that's coming from my mind. The first one, what is coming from my mind is not harming anyone. Now it's coming benevolence and truthfulness. So I'm working now on these two particular areas, and that will help, or that is supposed to bring benefit to everyone and to myself. This second principle, benevolent truthfulness, in Sanskrit is called Satya. Now comes the third area, the third point, the third principle I can work on. Not to take from others what they need or what is due to them, what belongs to them. If I take it, I will create conflict. And eventually, I can also be in the same position that somebody will take from me what I need. So that's a very important point for a good collective life. And if that's deep in my mind, that I will not take anything from others without their permission, that will create a better society. The third point, or third principle, third practice is called ASTEYA in Sanskrit. And now we are moving to the number 4. Let's see that, or let's think that we live in this world, there are many other beings, and we have this tendency to treat well what we feel is connected to us. And sometimes we feel we are not connected to all these other beings, all these humans and non-humans. But let's say that my hand, I know it's connected to me, it's part of me, so I treat it well. I'm not gonna cut it. I'm gonna take as much good care of it as I can, because I have this feeling it's part of me and I'm connected to it. Now, if I could extend this feeling to everyone, let's say that I will feel that everyone is part of me, we are all connected. Maybe not connected like this small mind, but in this cosmic mind. So in the cosmic sphere, we are all one, we are all connected. And what happens to one will have an effect on the other one. If I can make this part of my thought, then I will give much more respect and I will be much more connected to everyone, to all the other beings. I will feel that we are all part of this same cosmic, let's say, reality, or the same cosmic consciousness. And what affects me will affect somebody else, and what affects somebody else will affect me. If I can feel in that way, automatically I will treat everybody else in a different way. Even when somebody is inimical to me, I can think, yes, what that person is saying and thinking is inimical to me, but essentially that person is also part of me. And if that thought that's in his or her mind can be changed, this difference can be removed. So that's one very important point to keep a good relationship between me and others. This thought that we're all connected, we're all part of that same one. And this is the 4th area to work on, and it's called Brahmacharya, or the idea that everything is part of one. Now, the 5th area, the 5th principle, the 5th point I need to work on. That one is non-accumulation. I shouldn't accumulate more than I need. If I accumulate more than I need, there will not be enough for everybody. And now, in this planet, we have enough for everybody. But if I accumulate, there will not be enough. And it will create imbalance. Problem for others, problem for me. So in my mind, there should be this flow that I'm not going to take more, I'm not going to accumulate more than what I need. Let's say that to live in this world, I need lots of stuff. I need food, I need clothes, I need a house, and lots of other things. And you know, there is enough in this planet for all of us, or for all the beings here. But suppose I take too much. I accumulate too much. It means that there will not be enough for everybody because I'm taking a lot. I'm accumulating. And I'm taking so much, but I cannot even use it because it's too much for me. So I'm keeping it there and I cannot use it. Somebody else needs it and doesn't have it, and all because I'm accumulating more than necessary. Besides that, I also worry about all that I have accumulated. Maybe somebody will take it. Maybe the value will go down. So that is also not very good for my own mind. It's not good for the collective. And this fifth point or fifth principle, fifth area that I have to work on is called APARIGRAHA in Sanskrit, or non-accumulation. There are many points that I can work on. There are many principles I can apply, but the more I do, the more difficult it becomes. So it is very important to know what's the minimum necessary. And that's where enters this idea of Yama, this contribution of a great yogi that let us know that, look, if you work on these 5 areas, whatever, it's like put 5 filters, whatever is coming out from your mind goes through these 5 filters, the result will be good. It will be good for you, it will be good for others, it will create harmony, peace. It will give you peace of mind, it will give peace of mind to others. In general, it will encourage this peace in the cosmic mind. It will spread to everyone. 5 things. It's not too many to remember, it's not too much to work on, and it can change our life and others' lives. Thank you very much. Namaskar. This much for today.